Hello and welcome, I'm Raziel, and they then split up and started fighting amongst themselves, so giving you plenty of range to make your own unique looking legion, or warband, or chapter, whatever you want to call it. Now, the heretics are fun to collect, but they are even more fun to kitbash into your own unique looking force. Here are some of the best kits to kitbash and convert into your own vile, traitorous legion of Adeptus Astartes. First is obviously the main Chaos Space Marine box. It comes with many parts, chainsaws, bolters, just many parts, and there's so much more than what I just mentioned. It is a great box to get just for the 144 parts that it has. That is a lot of parts for a single box. It is a bits box filler for your Chaos Force, and it's also a great starting box with things like power axes. You can even make a Chaos Lord, and you're chosen out of this. Second, we have the Thousand Suns box. I wanted to talk about the Khorne Berserkers ones, but I believe the Thousand Suns one is slightly better. There is not many bits as normal Chaos Space Marine box, but there's plenty of different heads and parts to make sorcerers and other HQ and elite choices. And of course you have each different type of armor for different styles of legionnaires. Anyway, the Thousand Suns box does include many flamers as well. It's for a chosen unit, so you can have lots of special weapons which automatically hit. Of course, if you use them as rubric, they also have a special rubric rules as well. So it's a great unit for that too, and they've got the bits as well. And there's also the odd heavy weapons in it as well. So there is quite a few bits in here which you can use to kitbash and really flesh out your own force if you want to give it a more Egyptian or Tazetian look. If not, there is that different style of armor to give that cannibalized look of Chaos Space Marine armor, which is what they're prone to do. So, next is the Mark III and IV armors. I know these are two separate boxes, but here we go. These are in the Horus Heresy range, and these look really cool, especially if you want to have a less corrupted looking force, more of a traitor than a Chaos force. There is a slight difference. Not all traitors worship Chaos, but all Chaos Space Marines worship Chaos. So you could have a ex-loyal force, but is now using these armors. Now, we also give you the original look of your Astartes too, so they look really cool. You also get a lot of pieces and a lot of different looking heavy bolters and missile launchers, and of course some old looking special weapons such as the plasma gun. It looks really cool, and it really will make your army look very different and pop just a little bit, especially if you want to paint some of them of the original Horus Heresy colours too, especially things like the Sons of Horus or the Lunar Wolves. I know they're the same one, but they have different colour schemes. I really like the Lunar Wolves colour scheme personally, sorry about that. It really isn't a single box, but more of a range of boxes, and that is the entire Loyalist Space Marine range. I wanted to narrow it down, and I shall, to maybe the Death Company or Dark Angel veterans, with Dark Angel veterans also sold as the Fallen. I can choose between those two, and the greatest thing about doing Chaos Space Marines is that any chapter can turn into Chaos, leaving you the ability to bash all Loyalist Space Marine kits. Well, I would say except the Primaris vehicles, but you can sort of kit bash them into Rhino and, of course, Land Raider proxies, Beaver Stoling, etc. And of course, having a larger looking Primaris Space Marines converted into Chaos looks pretty cool. I've done this myself by kitbashing some Skaven parts to Primaris, but that is me. But I suppose I really do have to choose one, because this is one box, even though, previous one was two boxes. And I would actually go with a Death Watch, with a little bit of fun to get rid of those horrible Inquisition markings. This will look pretty cool with Mark 9 armor. Sorry, Mark 8 armor. And of course, the Death Watch box has a lot of bits, both range and, of course, melee. You have shields, you have swords, you have, hammers, all sorts of weapons you can use, just to give it that little bit of extra oomph and bit of, uniqueness. Especially with brand new, like the newest armor of the Firstborn actually being turned into Chaos. It is really cool. Now, finally, it might be a bit of a controversy one, because it is the Raptor or the Warp Talon box. They are both from the same box, and they both make both units. And it is a nice box because there's so many parts included. You have 5 sets of lightning claws for a start, and a whole load of special weapons, as well as bolt pistols and chainswords. And the chainswords look really, really cool. I do like the Raptor chainswords. They're nice and spiky, and they look really chaotic and are really cool for your force. And if you want to make some chosen by using this and the Chaos Space Marine box, you're going to save yourself a hell of a lot of money. I mean, if you have, let's say you choose to have 2 raptors, that would give you enough bits to make, and a Chaos Space Marine Force box, I should say, that will give you enough bits to save you £35, because you will, or £30 to £35, because you will be able to make a 2 full chosen units out of that. So that would be 35 plus, I think it's 50, 25 each, so that's £85 for the value of 120. That's a nice little saving for you. And also you get to, kit bash everything else like Chaos Lords, etc. using all these pieces. And that's what makes it really cool. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, the links to Element Games, my comic, my t-shirts, and Forbidden Planet are down below. Forbidden Planet, of course, is a comic shop. And if you like your comics like I do, I have a fair few collections now, especially graphic novels. I'm a really big fan of those. It's a great shop to go to. And I do often frequent one in Bristol. And of course, Element Games is a great shop for up to 25% on your Warhammer, especially if you want to do some kit bashing, because kit bashing can be quite expensive if you're just looking for certain parts. Yeah, so you got that too. And of course, there's my comic, which is about Little Red Riding Hood beating up some cyborg werewolves, which turn into Lovecraftian monsters, because I like that sort of stuff. And finally, my t-shirts are all my own original art as well. Thank you very much for, oh yeah, and Patreon, I keep forgetting. And of course, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate you watching my videos. I'm really happy you do, and you're happy to you click on my link and all that. It's great. I hope you have a great day. I hope you're enjoying the hobby too, because that's something else that is fantastic. And I'll see you all tomorrow for a video about a leak. Of course, the Outdoor Combat Patrol Box leak, and my thoughts on that. I'm doing it tomorrow so I can have a good old bit of thinking and seeing what I really can get out of it, because that's what I like doing. Thank you. See you all soon, and I hope you have a great day. Video's going to last to 8 minutes, and I'll see you soon.